Don't do this to me, Texas. Don't get my hopes up again. Dang it, it's so hard. I've been really jaded as a sports fan over this past, year or so with the Dallas Cowboys being a complete train wreck. The Texas Longhorns football team being one of the worst they've ever been. Definitely the worst ever under Mac Brown. And now it's basketball season. And and to go along with that, with the Dallas Mavericks, starting off the year great. And I'm not saying that the Mavericks are bad, but, they had a lot of injuries. They're not playing at the same level they were early in the season. It's been hard. And so you kind of get cynical and stuff. But I watched this Texas Longhorn basketball team. Man, is it hard to nitpick these guys. This is insane how good these guys are playing and how good this team is. We just went into College Station and put another spank down on the Texas A&M Aggies, which is great. Beat them by 21 here in Austin, beat them by 20 in College Station. Finally broke that College Station curse. Well, we finally broke the road team curse in this series. We'll see the Aggies have to do that next season. They can beat us in Austin. But this game, we won by 21 in Austin, which was a dominating performance. This one was worse. We won by 20 this game. This was a bigger beatdown. Texas, we came out the gate. Didn't let the Aggies have a chance, just like in Austin, to even think they had a chance in this ball game. And, 45-20 at halftime. Hubert Davis saying at halftime that was the best half of basketball he's seen by anyone all season this year. And, you got Musburger during the game talking about how this legitimate Final Four team, you got nothing but praise and stuff. And it just, as a guy who is jaded, a guy who is always looking at this point now, trying to look for something wrong, it's hard to find something wrong with this team. And you just don't want to jinx it. You just don't, as a Longhorn fan, you just want to see this team continue to play at this high a level. If the Longhorns play at this level that they are right now, we'll go undefeated in the conference. There's no one that's better than us in the conference. We've already beat Kansas and Texas A&M, who are the two best teams in the conference. We don't play them again until the conference tournament. You got the rest of the team. I think Baylor, was supposed to be a good team this year. They've fallen off the map. They're still a formidable opponent. It's still not going to be easy to beat them, but we got to play them twice. But really, other than Baylor and if Kansas State gets their stuff together, those two teams are the only ones that I see having a legitimate shot at beating Texas. You've got Nebraska on the road, Colorado on the road. Those are trap games, but those are games if Texas shows up, we'll win. And we know we can beat Oklahoma State and Austin. So it looks like Texas has the ability and has the chance to go undefeated in conference. Will they? I don't know, and I hope they do. But you watch this team and you got, I talked about last week about Jordan Hamilton, how much he's grown and been such a great player for us. Corey Joseph and Tristan Thompson come in. That was highlighted again today. Tristan's got. If there's one knock on this team, it's free throws, and that can bite us in the butt. You saw it. Memphis a few years ago was a team that was destroying everyone, but they always had a free throw problem, and it didn't bite them in the butt until the championship game against Kansas. So it'll rear its ugly head at some point if the Longhorns don't nip this in the bud. But the defense side of the ball is insane. Matt Hill, not an offensive threat. Matt Hill is one of the best defenders on this team. That's saying a lot. But he's not the best. Of course, Doge Balbe is all over people. But just the movement of the team on defense. One guy, if the ball goes underneath, there's two or three guys there to meet him. Great position, not fouling a lot. The team's gotten better as the year's gone on, and I hope they can keep this up because last season, which is probably the main reason it's really difficult for me to really expect this team to win something big this year, is because of last year, the way that this team just completely became a complete train wreck after being considered and looked like the best team in Texas basketball history. But right now, this team has a chance to be that. And one of the things, they showed it during the game too, the chemistry on this team. And if you watch the game, you saw this, but they pointed out, Jacobin Brown, who got pulled out a couple times, and I love the way Rick managed the game today. Where if guys were screwing off, if guys were kind of making mistakes, he'd pull them and sit them and give them a chance to get a breather or just to settle them down. Let them know that we're not going to do that in this game. And Jacobin got kind of upset, and I liked how the senior, Gary Johnson, grabbed him, put his arm around him, and kept him in the huddle, pretty much telling him, hey, we're a team in this. And and that's the kind of leadership we want to see from Gary, who I've always liked since he's been here at Texas. He came in as a freshman like I did, so I've seen Gary his whole career. He's been a great Longhorn for us. He got 1,000 points last game against Mizzou, so that was great. So just there's not a weak link on this team. No scrub is out there that gets any playing time. Wong Meany is earning his stripes underneath. He was finishing buckets and everything, and that's something he didn't do last season. But the block shots is great. I think we had 7 or 8 block shots, deflections. I mean everything. A&M didn't have a chance, and Middleton was the last game was the only guy who could score for A&M. I don't think he got a bucket this game. B.J. Holmes was their guy, and he had at one point he had 19 points, and the team itself had 20. He came to play, but the rest of the Aggies, it wasn't an effort thing. The Aggies aren't as good as Texas this year. Texas is right now looking like one of those above and beyond teams right now. And I have heard people, Texas right now ranked number 3, right behind Kansas, and I've heard some Longhorns fans weren't happy that we were ranked behind Kansas because we beat them in Lawrence. Guys, we do have 3 losses. So I have no problem. I think Kansas deserves to be at number 2 spot in the top 25 poll because they have 1 loss. Yeah, it was to us, but we've lost 3 games, and that does mean something. But it doesn't matter because we'll still get a 1 seed if we can keep tracking. Right now, according to bracketology, the Horns have a 1 seed at this point in the San Antonio Regional, which would mean we'd play in Tulsa and then San Antonio, and if best comes to best, Houston. Not have to leave the state of Texas for very long, going up to Tulsa, and them Oklahoma fans, they got none to cheer about. It's been a special. It looks like a special season this year. So you love whipping up on the Aggies, especially in College Station. All of them, before the game with their horns down and all that kind of stuff, which is what they do. And then at the end, having all the Horns fans that were there doing the Texas fight, and Aggies really couldn't say much about it. So I was really planning on going this game tonight. I really wanted to go to Reed. I just couldn't find the time with school and the internship and stuff. So but I was glad to see that on TV. So hook 'em horns, guys. Texas, please keep it up. Because I need a T-shirt for my last year at Texas. So we'll see you guys. Hook 'em.